The other thing we're going to talk a little bit about before we get started here is just how to approach, palm muting and all these kind of things. So let's just talk real basic, exercises here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything up here. I'm going to get on my treble pickup or my bridge pickup, whatever you'd like to call this, okay? And let's just talk about palm muting. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking my hand, I'm karate chopping across the guitar, and I want to have the palm of my hand coming across right where the string and the bridge meet. Okay, so I'm plucking my 5th string right now. I'm tuned standard. We'll get into that in a second. If I move up too far, I get all these deadened sounds. If I move back too far, I don't get a palm mute. So you want to make sure that you get a nice effective palm mute, because we're going to be learning how to use that in a lot of the things we're going to be playing today, is a nice, comfortable rock and roll palm mute. Okay? As I'm moving that palm and I'm picking through things, what I want you to start thinking about is whether or not you're strumming from the elbow, the shoulder right here, the elbow, or the wrist, or even the fingers, okay? How much of this movement are you using? Because the most important thing when you're trying to do stuff that's faster or you're trying to do something that lasts longer is you have to learn to relax. The more tense you become when you try and play, the slower you go, and usually it's not very easy to try and play for a long period of time. So it's really important that you think about your shoulder, you think about your elbow, you think about your wrist, and you think about your fingers, okay? So as I'm palm muting, let me show you this. I'm moving primarily from my wrist, okay? There's a little bit of elbow motion. Now, if I was doing this, then there's a lot more elbow motion because I'm covering more strings, okay? I'm trying to get more of a groove going. So I'm using more of that motion. But for this course, I think most of what you're going to be doing is going to be a little bit of elbow and quite a bit of wrist motion, okay? So as we're playing, we'll talk about locking the elbow and things like that too as we keep going through these. But I want you to constantly be thinking about how to relax, okay? So as we're picking, I'm going to keep referring to the shoulder, okay? And definitely from the elbow and the wrist and the fingers, okay?